Okay, this can be pretty hard if you don't follow what I'm doing, okay? Perform the indicated operation. Answers must be simplified. The operation's not hard. Simplifying it's a different story. If it's not simplified, it's wrong, okay? Okay, so you got one operation, a plus, so you put parentheses in each term. Okay. Then the operation's adding. This is how you add. Well, you add first. So you got 5 feet 6 inches plus 7 feet 3 inches. So we're going to add the feet. 5 plus 7 is 12, 12 feet. And you add the inches. 6 plus 3 is 9. Now, after you add, you need to regroup if possible. Okay? You add, not hard, then you regroup if it is possible. So I'm going to write regroup question mark. Okay. This is how we regroup. You circle that last unit and then you look up inches, feet on your chart. 1 foot is 12 inches. Write it down. Is that more than 12 inches? No, it's not, so I do not have to regroup. That is your final answer. Next problem, 6 feet 3 3/8 inches plus 4 feet 1 1/2 inch plus 8 feet 10 1/4 inch. Okay. Once again, we're adding, so you add the common units. Feet, you got 6, 4, and 8. 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 8 is 18. Now you add the inches, 3 3/8 plus 1 1/2 plus 10 1/4. 15 1/8 of an inch. Regroup if possible. So you write regroup question mark. Okay, take that number in the far right hand side, inches and feet. The ratio is 1 foot equals 12 inches. Is that more than 12? Yes, it is, so you need to regroup. Now, okay, this is a strategy we need to follow for regrouping. Now, make another 1 foot equals 12 inches. What's 12 plus 12? It's 24. Is that more than 24? No, it's not. So we just need to regroup once. Okay. If that was like a 27 inches, I would regroup a second time, but just once. Now, this is how you regroup then. You need to add 1 to the feet, 1 foot, and you minus 12 from the inches. You're just taking 12 inches away from there and then adding it over there as 1 foot. So it's 19 feet, 3 1/8 inches. That's simplified. That we will do that if you want to get a decent grade on this assignment when I check it. Okay, 3 yards, 2 feet, 5 inches. Plus 5 yards, 1/4 of a foot, and 3 inches. Plus 9 yards, 2 3/4 of a foot, 6 inches. So you add the yards, 3, 5, and 9. So that's 17 yards. Now you add the feet, 2, 1/4, and 2 3/4. That's 5 feet. Then you add the inches, 5, 3 is 8, plus 6 is 14. Now, regroup question mark. Start at the far right, inches and feet. 1 foot equals 12 inches. Is that more than 12? Yes, it is. Okay. Now write it again. 12 plus 12 is 24. Is that more than 24? No, it's not. So I just regroup the inches, feet one time. I add 1 to the feet, and then I subtract 12 from the inches. So that is now 2 inches, 6 feet, 7 yards. Now you're not done. Now circle the 6 feet. Okay? Feet, yards. 1 yard equals 3 feet. Okay. Is that more than 3 feet? Yes, it is. Okay. Now write it again. 3 plus 3 is 6. Is that more than 6 feet? It's dead on the money. Okay. Now if you write it again, that would take you to 9 feet. That's too high. Okay, so cross out that third one so you have 2 groups. Now here's what you do. You add 2 yards to the 7 and you minus 6 from the feet. So 7 plus 2 is now 9 yards. That would make 0 feet, so you can write 0 feet or just not put it, and then 2 inches. 9 yards, 2 inches. So if you have 3 units of measurement, the regroup has to be checked twice. Okay. You write the rate down until it's too high. You can't take it out. Next one, 3 rods. RD means rods plus 2 rods. Or 3 rods, 4 yards, plus 2 rods, 1 yard. So the rods, that makes 5 rods. 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 yards. Now, regroup, question mark. Yards and rods, what's the rate? 1 rod is 5.5 yards. Is that bigger than 5.5? I don't think it is, so I do not regroup at all. Here's your answer. Okay. Next problem. That is adding. Now you're subtracting. Minus, you align vertically. Okay. Cross out the second one and just line it vertically. Minus 2 feet, 4 inches. Now you're just going to minus, you borrow if necessary. You only borrow if the top number is smaller than the bottom number, but it's not here. 3 inches, 4 feet. You will not have to regroup on minus. Okay. Next one, 10 feet, 1 3/8 inches, minus 7 feet, 8 7/16 inches. So, line it up vertically, minus 7 feet, 8 7/16 of an inch. You cannot take 1 3/8 minus 8 7/16. We do not do negatives when doing this. So you have to write the word borrow. We need to make that bigger so we can subtract. Now what's the inches feet? Okay, it's 12 inches, 1 foot. So we will be adding 12 to the inches, but when we do that we have to take 1 away from the feet. That's what's called borrowing. Okay, so it's 9. 1 3/8 plus 12 is 13 3/8. Now we can take 3 3/8 minus 8 7/16. You have to subtract over on the right first. Four and 5/16. And then 9 feet minus 7 feet would be 2 feet. Next one, 16 yards, 2 feet, 2.15 inches, minus 14 yards, 2 feet, 4.25 inches. Cross that up, line it up vertically. You start here. That minus that ain't gonna work, okay? So you got inches and feet. Regroup, borrow. It's not called regrouping, it's called borrowing. So there's 12 inches equals 1 foot. So we raise the inches by 12 and we subtract 1 from the feet. And that would be 1 foot now. 2.15 plus 12 is 14.15. Now we can minus 14.15 minus 4.25 is 9.9. 9.9 inches. Now 1 minus 2 doesn't work either. Now we borrow feet and yards. Okay? 1 yard equals 3 feet. So we raise our feet by 3, add 3, that's 4, and then minus 1 from the yards. If you're adding it there, you minus it there because it's equivalent amount. Okay? Equal amount. 4 minus 2 is 2 feet. Then 15 minus 14 is 1 yard. Okay? 1 yard, 2 feet, 9.9 inches. Okay, 5 rods, 3 yards, 2 feet, minus 4 rods, 2 feet, 1 yard. Okay. Minus 4 rods, RD. Sorry, I messed this up. This should say 2 yards. Okay. 2 yards. 1 foot. 2 minus 1 is 1. I do not have to borrow with the feet and yards. 3 minus 2 is 1. I do not have to borrow with yards and rods. 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 rod. Multiplication. Okay. 7 feet, 3 inches. Well, first you multiply, you just take each of those numbers times 2, both of them. So it's 14 feet, 6 inches. Now, like adding, you have to regroup if possible. So inches and feet, there's 12 inches. I'm going to break regroup question mark. There's 12 inches in a foot. Is that bigger than 12 inches? No. So you can't regroup at all. That's your answer. 12 feet, 3 inches times 5.5, 5.5. You take each of those quantities and multiply them by 5.5. That's 66 feet. Put the labels down. 16.5 inches. Regroup, question mark. Okay, start there. Inches, feet. 1 foot equals 12 inches. The number you look at is the 12. Is this higher than 12? Yes, it is. Now write another one. 12 plus 12 is 24. Do I have more than 24 inches? I don't, so get rid of that second one. So you're just going with the first one. So, you take away the 12 and you add the 1 foot. Okay? So 67 feet, 4.5 inches. You got to do that. Okay, multiplication. 16 yards, 2 feet times 8. 16 times 8 is 128, so 128 yards. 2 feet times 8 is 16 feet. Now, regroup. Start on the right, okay? 16 feet, feet in yards. 1 yard equals 3 feet. Is that amount higher than 3? It is. Do it again. That's 6 feet. 3 and 3 makes 6. Is that higher than 6? Yes, it is. Do it again. That's 9 feet. Is that higher than 9? Yes, it is. Do it again. 3, 6, 9, 12. Is that higher than 12? Yes, it is. Do it again. Okay. Is that amount higher than 3, 6, 9, 12, 15? Is that higher than 15? Yes, it is. Write it again. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Finally, get rid of that because that's too high. Now, you're going to take away 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 from the feet, and you'll add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the yards. So that's 133 yards, 1 foot. Simplified. Okay, 5 miles, 210 rods times 1.4. 7 miles, 210 times 1.4 is 294 rods. Regroup. Miles and rods. Okay, here's 1 mile, 320 rods. Is this over 320? No, it's not, so you don't do any regrouping. Okay, and then finally, the final operation is division. Division's the easiest one. You just divide. You won't have to borrow. You won't have to regroup. 9 feet 6 inches divided by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3 feet, and then 6 divided by 3 is 2 inches. Both of them get divided by 3. Okay, 18 divided by 4 is 4.5. 3.9 divided by 4, 0.9. Hit second. PRB equals, please. 39/40 inches. It's not even a full inch. Okay, 21 divided by 1 1/2 gives me 14 yards. Then 1 divided by 1 1/2 is 2/3 of a foot. Okay, then finally 14 yards, 2 feet 6 inches divided by 2, so we just cut them all in half. 7 yards, 1 feet, 3 inches. Remember to follow the directions, please. On adding and multiplication, you have to regroup at the end.